Yo, 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 what's goody? How we feeling, man? What's going on, man? Me get right, man. Be just one of them days. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them days, man. Welcome to A-Side Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? Episode 39. I'm trying to think of a famous number 39 number. I don't know. I don't know who I could go with for that famous 39 number. But hey, listen, man, we here. Let's pipe up. Let's get it popping. We got a couple things to talk about. I never even really got into the weekend conversation. You know what I'm saying about what we had going on there. Let me make sure that the phone is on silent. I ask that everybody that come in, please make sure you tap that like button. Politely tap that like button again. This is A Side Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. You ain't know. Y'all part of the family. And I know y'all rocking with me because
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about
all
boxing.
right, R.I.P. Roger. Hey, listen, Boston. Hey, my man Boston said it right off the ripper. Right, you know what? I was gonna get into some other things, but right off the rip, we gotta get into this. You know what I'm saying? Right off the rip, we gotta get into this. Hey, listen. One thing about me, and again, we could talk a little off boxing real quick. One thing about me, I feel like I'm a great judge of character. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these guys that carry around like inflated personalities and shit like that in the sport of boxing. You got a lot of these guys that's walking around. Well, we're not even going to beat around the bush. We're going to get right into it, man. Again, thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's A-Side Boxing. Y'all know the vibes when y'all tuning in me. It's truth over narrative because I do my best to bring you the truth. You know what I mean? And if I'm biased, I'm gonna tell you I'm biased, but 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna give it straight down the middle, right? Jermell Charlo, this dude been a problem, man. This guy been a problem. This guy's been a problem. Let's be real. This guy's been a problem, right? You got a guy that uh couldn't really take, being in the same camp as his brother. At this point, his brother's a champion. You know what I mean? His brother moving up another division. So you take an opportunity to shit on Ronnie Shields, a legendary trainer. You telling the media that you better than all of his fighters, your brother included. You know what I'm saying? You walk around boxing like you got this chip on your shoulder. I mean, we talk about we sit and talk about we talk about Maul being slapped by Caleb Plant, but Jared Hurd slapped you. Jared Hurd did it first. You get what I'm saying? So at the same time, man, you got this guy that's walking around with this chip on his shoulder. He acting like he's super tough. He can't smile. He can't laugh. He can't do nothing that makes sense. But you out here beating on women. You beating your wife up. That's nasty work. That's very nasty work, man. Again, and it's a reason why they call the boy Magamel. You know what I'm saying? He got them habits, man. And you know what's crazy? All of this is even worse because you didn't do none of this with Canelo. Like again, I know one is boxing and one is personal, but it's like, why is it that you so like these guys be picking and choosing, man. A lot of these guys be picking and choosing. You are the toughest guy, Jermell Charlo. This is the toughest guy on the planet until he fought Canelo Alvarez. Once you fought Canelo Alvarez, now you backtracking, you cool, you ain't gotta be this, you ain't gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? But you out here punching on women, punching on your wife. Talking about she act tough, so this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. Shout out to my man Chance. My man Chance was good. How you feeling, my guy? How you feeling? My man Boston said his rep is completely ruined, honestly. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's nasty work, man. That's nasty work. As a fighter, listen, as a man, forget the fighter part. I'm trying my best not to curse, but forget the fighter part. As a man, why do you feel it necessary to put your hands on a woman, bro? You punch motherfuckers in the face for a living. That's not. And then you know what's crazy? Again, this is one of them fighters that and don't get me wrong, in the ring, in the like, it's guys that again, like I try to always compartmentalize, right? So I could look at what you do in the ring and show an appreciation for that, but at the same time, I cannot like the character or the image that you portray outside of the ring. right? And this is what this guy is. That's exactly, I mean, good fighter, great fighter, right? But outside the ring, he an asshole, man. And this just showing it. Like whatever happened, you on camera. And let's talk about this, for example, right? I don't condone putting my hands on women. You feel me? Like that's just not something that, as a grown man, me myself, I'm 6'2", about 250 pounds. I'm not putting my hands on a woman, bro. That's just me. That's how I was raised. I wasn't right now. Now, I was raised that if a woman put her hands on you and you cannot remove yourself from that situation, you have to defend yourself. No question. If a woman is put as a man, if a woman putting her hands on you and you cannot remove yourself from that situation, if removing yourself from that situation is not a possibility, you know what I'm saying? Well, then you have to defend yourself. But that's just the law of survival, right? That's just the law of survival. But some people some guys are getting into it with women, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they could leave, but they agitate in the situation. They press in the situation to make it worse. They trying to get under her skin, trying to get her to do this so you could do that. You know what I mean? But them is not men, right? But for somebody to sit back and talk to another, I don't care if it was your brother, I don't care if it was your father, I don't care who it was, bro. I don't care who the individual was. For you to talk about a woman and think she a man, and so you explaining how you reached back and punched her, closed her eye up, black and blue and purple, and then you talking about, but she called the cops. Of course. He should have, yo, listen, man. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, like Mr. T say, I pity the fool, man. I pity the fool. This guy is a professional fighter, bro. He should not, on some, like, he should be suspended from boxing. That real shit. Real spill. He should be suspended from boxing, right? And for those people that's going to look at me and say, oh, well, what about this fighter? Oh, well, what about that fighter? Oh, well, what about fighter B, A, C, whatever, right? Every situation is different. I can't just sit here and say like it's a universal rule, but for this particular situation, anybody having a situation that's similar to this, these guys need to be suspended from the sport. His brother just went on a 2-year hiatus. He should go on one too. He should be suspended from the sport of boxing for 2 years, right? He a champion, right? You represent, like, you pay these sanctioning fees, right? These sanctioning bodies, you are the representation. You are the face. You are the face of, well, I think he still got the WBA belt. Wait, at 54, do we still got the IBA? What they took from him? He don't got the WBO, right? So them other 3 sanctioning bodies, they should strip you. Ring should remove you. You know what I mean? He was barely in nobody pound for pound, which he should have been in the pound for pound list. I'll say that. I'm not going to sit here in front and lie, right? But at the same time, he should be suspended for 2 years. He should have to sit out. He should face some type of repercussions. I truly believe that. There's no way as a fighter, as a boxer, you should be putting, listen, respectfully, right? In my mind, I'm listening to the audio. I'm like, this guy got to be talking about a dyke. No funny. I'm thinking, bro, you know what I'm saying? This guy got to be talking about Brittany Griner, right? You got to be talking about somebody that is portraying themselves as a man. Like, you get what I'm saying? You do have individuals, that portray and look and have male features in doing it. Now, granted, I don't care what you got going on, who you are, you should never put your hands on a woman. But again, you do have some women out here that, portray to be something different. But this is your wife, my guy. This ain't no female that be in the gym that look like you and running up on you in a grocery store and disrespected you and called you out. This your wife. And you laughing and talking and explaining somebody in the detail how you cocked back and punched your wife and closed and blacked and blued and purple her out. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, man. My man Boston said he will never be the same if he gets suspended for longer than a year. He had zero heart in that Canelo fight. That's why, and that it's just so crazy coming off a performance where you refuse to throw your hands. Now you get outside with the person with the mother of your children. Now you want to throw hands, bro? That's crazy, man. That you know what's crazy? It's funny because we about to segue off of this, man, because that guy's a clown, right? Again, and a lot of people, especially like, they people called my personal phone. People was like, yo, why you going in on Charlo like this? Especially after the Canelo fight. Man, I went crazy, right? And one thing about truth, I'm just gonna be honest. I try my best not to go crazy about fighters because the platform I'm building, the lane I'm trying to build, I'm trying to put myself in both lanes. I want to be in both lanes. You get what I'm saying? I want to be able to come on YouTube and pop my shit as truth over narrative. I want to be able to give you my real opinion, how I really feel about fighters, what I honestly see down the middle, critiques, breakdowns, just general conversation. I want to be able to be me, right? But also, I have a passion to cover the sport. I got a passion to interview these fighters. I want to see what they're going through, learn different things. I want to expose them to the general public because not only am I a fan of boxing, I want to push the forward. I want to do my part in pushing the sport forward. You get what I'm saying? I don't need to do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real. I don't have to do what I'm doing. But again, I love the sport of boxing so much. I feel like as a fan, I could patronize. I could go to these fights. I could spend my money. I could pay for these pay-per-views. I could show up. I could cheer my guys on. But also on the other end, I could talk boxing to hardcores. We could really get into it. I'm gonna critique these fights. I'm gonna break these future fights down. You know what I mean? We're gonna put some parlays together. You get what I'm saying? But I also want to push the sport forward. You get what I'm saying? I want to push the sport forward. I want to, with anywhere I go, I talk about boxing. I push the sport forward as far as fighters and being able to know who's who, what's what. You know what I mean? But this is nasty work, man. This guy, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. If I was a promotional company, I would cut ties with this guy. He would never be allowed on my platform again. I mean, of course, he's probably going to put out some type of apology or something like that going to come out, but that's nasty, man. That's nasty work. That's very nasty, man. That's very nasty. I think it's a Wilder curse, though, man. It seemed like all of these guys that go against the and that's why I was getting at. I know I got a little sidetracked. I get passionate about the sport of boxing, bro, for real. Again, we got a decent amount of people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure I hit that subscribe button. Christmas time, man. Baby need gifts. Go ahead and send that super chat through if you rocking with the content. If you know what I mean. If you fucking with your boy, go ahead and send that through for your boy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it got to be the Wilder curse, man. And it got to be the Wilder curse. And with that segue, we go back into last week, Minnesota. Let me tell you something, man. I know that was the last Showtime card at the Armory, but I hope that's not the last PBC card at the Armory. And I'm not sure if that's the case or not. I flew into Minnesota with my guy B. Shout out to my man B, my bro. Yeah, man, we flew in Minnesota. Seamless flight, couple hours from where we at. Picked up the rental from the airport. Easy drove into town. Beautiful mall, beautiful skyline, beautiful event, beautiful venue. You know what I'm saying? That Minnesota, it's a dope feel in Minnesota. I didn't know it was that many, in Minneapolis. I didn't know it was that many Mexicans out there. But Rayo had damn near the whole arena was with Rayo. You know what I'm saying? I love that venue, man. That's a dope venue. I hope PBC continue to do fights there. I hope they continue to, you know what I mean, throw events there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, my man Boss is talking about Charlo. He said, I think it's more than toxic. I think they got real diagnosable mental deficiencies. Probably, bro. Hey, listen, I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that. My man Broadway said, as long as they're not putting Dominican boxers in Minnesota, I'm good with them putting fights there. Hey, look, Broadway, man, these guys got to perform though, man. I would have loved to see more from Puello, man. I would have loved to see more from Puello. He got the win, right? But I think it's all about performance. It's all about performance. If a guy's gonna come out, put on a great show, then I think he's gonna get a great response. You know what I'm saying? But to your point about building fighters, if that's the case, we don't need to throw no shows in Minnesota because it's a small fan base there. I think that arena only hold maybe 2,000-3,000 people max. I think that's a little comforting setting. I just, I like to travel, so I'll go over there. I do feel like it need to be more events in Atlantic City, more small events here. But again, you get on the East Coast, Maryland, Jersey, New York, you got to worry about all the insurance and you know what I mean, things behind the scenes that necessarily I don't really care to talk about, but I understand a little bit about the site fees and a little bit about how much it costs to rent venues and things of that nature. So I understand if they putting fights on Minnesota, it's probably beneficial for most people involved in that deal. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I definitely feel you. Man, Ralph said Minnesota is crazy work. Not gonna lie. Hey, listen, Minneapolis, Minnesota is beautiful, man. Beautiful. If you ever get a chance to get there, the huge Mall of America, skyline, dope skyline, fire. You know what I mean? At night, I mean, it's pretty chill, man. Feel safe there for the most part. Yeah, I don't think you got to clutch your purse with you. I mean, you all right there. You know what I'm saying? Earth is my turf anyway, but I think you good in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the Chris Colbert and Rayo because I never really got into that. Going into the Chris Colbert Rayo fight, I had already thought that Rayo beat Chris Colbert the first time, right? But more importantly, I don't think it's about the fight. I think it's how we got here, right? We got here from Chris Colbert going away from his game plan, right? Little B-Hop, who formerly known as Lil B-Hop, when he started his career, when he started fighting, he was a slick fighter. He would move a lot. You know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of discipline in the ring, right? He got a couple good wins. He got a knockout, and he just kind of turned it around. He started trying to rely on power that he never really had. I think he had a couple fights where he hurt some guys, knocked a couple guys out. But he changed his style, right? And then I believe he had a lack of discipline, or maybe Hector Garcia caught him off guard. Not maybe Hector Garcia caught him off guard. He got embarrassed that night. And I thought he would maybe come back to the drawing table and clean it up. Instead, obviously, long layoff. He took some time off and he came back at 135. The problem with that is this guy's not a lightweight in no way, shape, or form. He's not a lightweight, man. There are weight classes for a reason. Some fighters are, let's say the Devin Haney's. Devin Haney, we've seen him fight at 135. We may see Dev stop fighting at 154. You know what I'm saying? My guy Lean in the building. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? My man Broadway Joel said, I went to Minnesota twice this year. I'm good, bro. Hey, I ain't mad at that. Hey, but Chris Colbert is just not a guy that's meant to be fighting at 135 pounds. He's just not that guy. He cannot do it. He's too small. He's too little. I remember, and I seen Chris Colbert at multiple events. You know what I'm saying? Nook at a car. I mean, I seen him at multiple events. Obviously, seen him fight before, but he's a small guy. I mean, he not bigger than Cool Boy Steph. You stand them two next to each other. I don't know if it's a pitch out there that you could pull up if they got one around. That dude is not really that big, man. Chris Colbert is not big. So number one, we seen he had a problem with Rayo Power from the jump. You know what I'm saying? From the first fight, he got hurt multiple times. Second fight, same thing. You come out, you could tell he's scared of the power. He's getting rocked. He getting hurt. He getting ripped off. You get what I'm saying? Really, if the referee, give me a second, man. Let me take a commercial break. There you go. If the referee really wanted, that fight could have been stopped in the first round. No question. You standing there you laying on the ropes. Rayo is throwing haymakers. You curled up like this. The referee jumped in the middle. You know what I'm saying? The referee jumped in the middle and he pushed Rayo and gave you an amateur style standing 8 count. No way. He could have. It could have possibly been stopped at that moment. You know what I'm saying? My man Boston said, "Why he's at 35, man? We're gonna talk about why he at 135." You know what I'm saying? But again, you're at 135 because you're lazy, or maybe you got a lack of discipline. You should have been, if you lost to Hector Garcia, you should have been A, you should have been right back on this line, or B, you should have been building yourself back again at your weight class of 130 pounds. You know you ain't a lightweight. Your camp got to know you're not a lightweight. The people in the gym with you got to know you're not a lightweight. But this is the problem. Sometimes these got like, I interviewed Vito yesterday. I interviewed Vito Milnicki yesterday, and he said something. He talked about the loss that he had on PBC to James Martin, fighter out of Philly. Really got Vito good. Really beat Vito up to be 100. I mean, he put it on Vito. Pause. But he talked about how right before that he had just started to settle in. Al Heyman was taking care of him. You know, he just bought a vehicle. He just wasn't focused, right? And I think the same thing with Chris Colbert, right? We see Colbert go from Lil B Hop, now you prime time, right? Now obviously he's a flamboyant guy. It is what it is. I'm not mad. He come from a culture of flamboyance the same way I do. So it'd be hypocritical for me to, I mean, as a guy that step out the way I step out, it'd be hypocritical for me to talk about Chris Colbert and his flashiness or flamboyance, right? We're not going to be hypocritical here. But at the same time, when your flamboyance is taken away from who you are and what you are in the ring, now we got a real problem, right? I'm not a fighter. I'm not a boxer. You know what I mean? I could be as flashy as I want. That shit don't matter. I could drink as much as I want. I could do anything I want. But you take on the moniker of prime time. You know, you doing big things. Food spot open up in Jersey. You know, I'm from Jersey. You know, food spot open up in Jersey. You doing your thing, man. But at the same time, it seems as if your focus is falling off, right? You know, you hear things about guys being comfortable and guys not wanting to relocate their camps and guys, you know, kind of taking sparring lightly, or guys just doing this, or God, you know what I mean? And you can even see, like, again, I rewatched the fight, but you can even see the way he was talking in his corner, man. He was in there trying to do his own thing, and it just didn't work. And he got sent to the fucking moon. No question. He got sent to the moon. They tell him, get on that phone, get on that phone, get on that phone. What Chris Colbert say? Said shit, they ain't getting on that phone. And guess what? The line got disconnected on that motherfucker. Nasty work. Nasty work, man. I don't know what Chris Colbert is planning on doing next with his career, but truthfully, I think Boy need to find himself, man. Let's be 100. I think Boy need to find himself. I think Chris Colbert, again, right? I have to be honest. I think Chris Colbert is still a guy that's serviceable. I think he's still a guy that if he put his mind and his heart into the sport of boxing, I think he could still have a decent, successful career. But again, you gotta want that shit. And I don't know him personally to say he don't want it, but the optics from the outside looking in, it feels like this guy don't want it, bro. That's what that's how I feel. I feel like when I watch Chris Colbert, I feel like I watched a guy that's similar to me, that come from the hood, that come from nothing, that had a lot of promise, got a little bit of money, and said, you know what, I already won, right? And if the mindset is that you already won, well, really you lost, bro. That's just my personal opinion. If your mindset with things is that you already won, I feel like you lost. That's a fact. So at the end of the day, man, I don't know, man. Chris Colbert, he got to do something. But number one, the first thing he got to do is go back to 130 pounds, right? Or if he's gonna fight again, he need to be in the gym next week. After he get out of after Chris Colbert get out of concussion protocol, he need to be back in the gym, man. He need to get with somebody, move that camp, go to Colorado Springs or something, man. Go to Miami or something. Move yourself. Get from around that area, man. We know how it is. Growing up in certain places, being from certain places. Move around, bro. Get lost. Get low. Go to Puerto Rico. Go train out there. You know what I'm saying? My man Boston said he had a lot of promise. I still think Cobra got promise, man. But these guys, again, I'm not close enough to him and his people to speak to what they do. But at the same time, it's from the outside looking in, it just looked like bruh's not. It looked like he's not focused. And again, I think a focus Chris Colbert is competition for a lot of those guys at 130. I'm not gonna sit here and say he beat Shock. I don't think he beat Lamont Roach. I don't think it's a couple guys I don't think he could beat. But again, if that guy's focused, I think he could do some things. You know what I'm saying? For real. Shout out to my boy Broadway Joel. He said Cobra has been known for not having the hardest work ethic. That's a fact. Again, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I don't want to shoot him into the ground, but at the end of the day, you made some decent money. We know Al Heyman take care of these guys. We know that. That's not the question. We know that. But have you won already? Is this journey over for you? That's for him to decide. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that we can decide about is you owe that bread too. Ryo is cool. He was nice. He told you to keep that. You owe that bread, my boy. You owe that bread. And if Ryo want to collect, I'm going to collect. No. No, you definitely owe that bread because you was thirsting about that 50 racks, about that knockout gamble. Yeah, you owe that dough, my guy. You definitely owe that dough. My man Ralph said he needs some building up fights again. He can't just jump in versus Rocky Hernandez. I mean, yeah, you know, truth. Good evening, my friend. Good evening to the beautiful Karma Serene. How you doing, Karma? Good evening. From cold Southern Maryland. Good evening, Karma. Ryo, right? I think Ryo. Think about Ryo, man. I don't know. I think this Ryo and the Ryo that we've seen in the beginning of his career, obviously, when you fighting fighters that's not on your level, you gonna do what it do, right? You fighting out of that Benavidez camp. Those guys come forward. Those guys come to fight. If you're not equipped to fight and you cannot defend yourself, they're gonna run you over. They're gonna run you right over. You know what I'm saying? But Ryo talking about having a tank fight.
Stop the cap.
You got to stop the cap, Ryo. You're not ready for a tank fight, right? Now, if you ask me, now listen, let's do this, right? Because I got some options for Ryo, right? You know what I mean? And listen, PBC, Al Heyman, Uncle Al, you feel me? Y'all need a matchmaker over there. Come rock with your boy. Come get me. You know what I'm saying? I do this in my spare time. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Ryo, I think that Ryo should go into a De Los Santos rematch. I really think that. Ryo coming off a win. De Los Santos coming off a loss. Ryo just won a WBA eliminator, right? I don't know if that was a final eliminator. We know the WBA and a lot of these sanctioning bodies, they'll throw eliminator or they'll throw interim or they'll throw a title on something to get a sanctioning fee, right? Now one thing I will say is that Ryo is an Al Heyman fighter, right? So he is an Al Heyman fighter. He's not a Samson Lukowitz guy, right? He's managed, if I'm not mistaken, he managed by Jose, and Al is his advisor. So for sure, Ryo is going to be in good situations. That's going to happen. My man Lean said the same thing too, man. Let's get him back in that ring versus Edwin. Boston said tank fight, not going to be able to do it. Nah, man. Again, to be frank. Hey, man, stop playing with me, Lean. Hey, my man Lean be talking this talk. Listen, I've been cooking for a little while. I meant to do this in the beginning, so excuse me, man. I'm going to go ahead and throw the link in the chat. Hey, listen, if you want to come up here, holla at me. Come talk to your boy, man. The link is in the chat. All you got to do is click that link, show your camera and so I can see you because, you know, these guys be on here with the funny business. You know what I'm saying? And we let's talk some boxing. Let's talk some boxing. You know what I mean? Yo, go ahead. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Let's get the chat jumping. You know what I mean? And we're going to keep cooking. But I think Ryo got unfinished business with Edwin De Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? Edwin De Los Santos, again, I don't like the performance from Shakur Stevenson. I didn't like the performance from Edwin De Los Santos. He got to go back to PBC. Why not get that rematch jumping? You know what I'm saying? Why not get that rematch jumping? That's one. If Edwin De Los Santos is going to fight Frank Martin, why not the winner of that fight Ryo? Right? You got these lightweights over there. You got to mix these guys up. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to make it happen, man. So, you know, my man Chance, what's good, my boy?
What's good, my boy? What's happening?
Chilling. How you feeling, my guy?
Man, feeling pretty good, man. I can't really complain. You know, I'm fair for a square.
Yeah. So matter of fact, who you think Ryo should fight next?
He what he fighting at? 135?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. What about what's the boy name you always be talking about? But I don't know if he at 135 is
Who that?
Subriel Matias. What about him?
Nah, that's at 140, man. He can't do
Okay,
that. He can't do that.
okay.
No,
Um,
I'm thinking Frank Martin. I think maybe
okay.
get him a Frank Martin fight. I think that'd be good for him. But really, I think you put Ryo in there with Isaac Cruz, right? If
Yeah,
Tank,
I was just getting ready to ask you that, but because he ain't got Pitbull ain't got nobody to fight, that'd be a good one. That'd be a banger, bro. I'll definitely pay to see that one for sure.
yeah, I think that's a good fight.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
girl,
You see,
go ahead.
I was gonna say you said that boy Cobra. He said he got sent to the fucking moon. You had me on my ass, boy.
Nah, man, nah. But again, man, that's what it's about. A lot of times, man, these guys, they got to show that discipline. That dude should have never. I mean, even look at him. You could look at him in the ring. Like I said, I was there in person. You could look at him in the ring and just look at his body, and you could tell that he ain't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You could tell that he yeah.
His for real, he was doing all that talking during the press conferences and the build up, and bro, you could just tell that your man's wasn't focused. He was ignoring directions from his corner, man. Like it was bad. That's why I was like, bro, he getting ready to be. Hey, my man getting ready to take a one-way ticket to Sleepy Land because he just fucking up out here. He talking about relax. I'm looking at the TV like this shit finna be over with.
Yeah,
And
see,
that's exactly
the
what
thing
it
is,
was.
and the thing is, we can't hit like being there. You can't really hear that. But again, when I rewatched it, you could just tell, like when you talking like that, like the corner not in there because they need you. The corner is there because you need them. You know what
True.
I'm saying? So, when you get to talking about what you're not going to do and telling people to relax, they telling you hold the phone and all of this, and this is what happens, right? And I hope that they need to use that as a learning lesson for a lot of these upcoming fighters, bro. You can't get too big for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to trying to run shit and trying to control what's going on and shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you too while I got you on here. Do you really feel like they really gave that man Tank a call or a deal and he really, you know what I'm saying, said no to 20 million, or you feel like that's just baiting, like that's just cap? I think it's cap for real. I don't give a damn who said. I think it may be cap.
So the thing is, right, because this what we got to understand about these situations, right? It's easy if business work a certain way, right? If I know if I'm trying to do a deal with you, you got lawyers, you got people that represent you, you got motherfuckers that's in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's no so first of all, it's no way that I called your phone directly and offered you anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, did y'all go through the proper channels? Who did y'all offer this offer to, right? And how see this is my problem, especially like with Bill. And I feel like because people like Devin so much, they don't like to hold Bill accountable. You know what I'm saying? How is it that I don't know the day, but one day you offering $20 million to fight Tank, and then the next day Devin is tweeting that it's facts that Ryan is trying to go into negotiations with him. So what is it? Are y'all waiting to see if Tank want to fight y'all for the 20 million, or is y'all negotiate with Ryan? Because now you done threw two fighters under the bus. You done came out and said Tank didn't want nothing. You done came out and said Subriel Matias wanted $4 million or wanted some obscene amount of money. That wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? Now you hollering about you offered Tank $20 million, and now y'all about to fight Ryan Garcia. What we doing, bro? Like, that's a lot of shit going on. Like, that's a lot of think of again, Tank and Dev is a big fight, and right now that fight might be as big. It's close to what Earl and Bud was. It's one of the biggest fights to be made in boxing.
The damn show is.
Fast, bro. Look how long it took, bro. We just now getting AJ and Wilder. Hopefully, look how long it take against Spence and Bud. We've been talking about Canelo and Benavidez for the last 2 or 3 years. People know that these negotiations take time, and if you operating in good faith, I'm not gonna be online calling you a bitch and saying you this and you that, and you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that. We're gonna be behind the scenes trying to get some work done. Bill Haney is a Oakland OG, bro. That nigga know how to handle business. What? He know how to handle business, bro. He's a Cali OG, bro. Like, come on, we're not going. We got to keep it all the way consistent with these guys, man. Either you handle a business or not. Business deals don't get made in public, bro. We know that. And then if I'm Tank and I made 30, 40 million plus whatever I got on the back end from my fight with Ryan, I'm not taking 20 million. Like people, like the thing is, people be looking at it from their perspective. From my perspective, I'm taking 20 million, but I didn't make 40 for my last fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, bro, we don't know what these guys, you know what I mean? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it just looked pretty weird that on Monday or something like that, y'all offering somebody 20 million, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, now Ryan Garcia reaching out for a fight. We heard Eddie Hearn say after the fight that he wanted Ryan Garcia next. That's the promoter, right? They with Eddie, right? Now, I know they got freedom. They got freedom to move and do what they want to do, but we heard what they said. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so my man Boston said he good at hyping fights anyway, though. Nah, for sure. Will Isaac Cruz accept the Rayo fight? Maybe not, because he only want to fight Tank. But at this point, what you gonna do? Rayo is a Mexican fighter, a Mexican American, whatever you want to call it. This guy, Isaac Cruz, is a Mexican fighter. We got to make that happen. We
you can't just keep sitting on the bench waiting to fight motherfucking Tank. Like you need to be active. Like that's one thing I do not understand about none of these fighters. And it don't matter the nationality or the color or whatnot. The layoffs be obscene. Like you can't sit around for no fucking 8 or 9 months doing one fight and then we don't see you till next year. Like, man, get busy, get active. I don't know if you can, man, I'm pretty sure because me and you from the same era. Do you remember in the 90s where these motherfuckers will fight about 3 to 4 times a year?
Let me tell you something. I remember one fight in particular, and it always stand out to me, right? I remember Tito Trinidad was fighting Tito Trinidad was fighting a Mexican fighter by the name of Yuri Boy Campa, right? And like Trinidad, they getting ready, Campa walking out, Trinidad about to walk out, and they keep talking in the live. I mean, in the commentators, they keep talking about Trinidad long layoff. Hey, Trinidad, he coming off a long layoff. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? 7 months. Like, but they was dragging it like, yo, this dude had been out the ring forever. He was only out of the ring 7 months. Now, your favorite fighter is fighting every 7 months. That's regular. That's regular time for most of these guys. So most of these guys, you look at their box rec, they might be fighting twice a year. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So
yeah, you're right.
Especially the top level guys. Most of the top level guys not fighting more than twice. Rarely do they fight 3 times. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. This. Maybe they gotta speed it up, but this is the reason why I feel like it's a hard line in between the boxes of yesterday and the boxes of now and tomorrow, because we had never truly get to see how good. Like, for example, I feel like we never gonna get to see how good Tank is. We never gonna get to see how good Shakur is. We never gonna get to see the best version of Devin Haney because they don't fight enough. When you got dudes fighting every 4 or 5 months, you have to be in the gym, bro. You gotta be in the gym. You gotta be working. You gotta be putting it in. Pause. You gotta be putting that work in, right? But if you get to fight every 7 months, every 8 months, you got 2 fights only this year. Now you're gonna get in more routine of living like a regular civilian than living like a fighter. And then 9 times out of 10, you're not in tough fights. They putting you in with guys that you probably gonna beat up. So we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm like my man. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking about like Crawford too. Like, what I mean is it gonna be the rematch next? Is he staying at 147? Is he just gonna move up? Like what's next? It's been a little quiet well, I think Bomac did an interview, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. I think he just did an interview. Like, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, or maybe it may be a few days old. I didn't really get a chance to catch it, but I was just trying to figure out what's in the cards for my man's hell shit. To be honest, man, I ain't never even like, as far as like being in my hometown and watching the fights locally, like I ain't never even really been to no, like I ain't traveled for real. That's something I got to get off my bucket list. I need to
Yeah,
start
yeah,
traveling
yeah.
and getting in the building, man, to see some of these fights in person, like, cause you
Word.
can't from the living room. I mean, you at home and this, that, and the third, but ain't shit like being there, man. It's just like when I go to the Raider game, it ain't shit like being there. It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different feel. Like, and I love boxing. Like, hell, I watch motherfuckers who I don't even know all the time, because that's when you watch, you know what I'm saying, the best fights. You know,
Word,
I was talking to my homie, he talking about some, I only be looking for the big name motherfuckers. And I'm like, well, you really ain't no fan for real.
word.
You a casual. Like, I mean, I'm like, I just really got hip to the you know what I'm saying, to the Twitter shit like last year, and I'm like, damn, it's a whole nother world out here in boxing. Like, cause a lot
Word.
of times I wasn't hip about all the platforms and none of that shit. And it's just like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers like pause. Motherfuckers like turn me out on it for real, because it's like, damn, I didn't even know this world existed. Like, it's crazy. Like,
Word,
you know what I'm saying? But
word.
man,
Nah,
definitely,
but
man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what's next. Like, I'm really excited. I think next year we're gonna
it's gonna
probably
turn
get a
up.
couple more.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming rock with me, man. I got Cuz on here. We about to cook. We about to turn something up, man. I want
Go
you to
ahead,
stay
man.
tapped in with me, my boy. And then
Hey,
next
all the
time we gonna
time,
get
bro.
back up.
Hey,
Yes,
man.
sir, man.
Happy
Appreciate
holidays
you,
to
man.
you and yours, man. Appreciate the
Hey,
love.
likewise. Cuzzo, was good.
What's goody, cuz? What's good
Look,
with you, man?
I gotta get right with you about this, because we gotta talk about this, right? So the last person my man Chance was on, and he asked me, he said, do you think that Devin Haney $20 million offer to Tank was real? How you feel about that, cuz?
I feel like it was fake. I feel
Okay.
like I like why would you just send like Tank Davis 20 million fucking dollars, bro? Why not send a contract where he could go back and revise and edit and y'all really have real negotiations? And this is my thing right here. Why they come out after the fight. What was it, on Tuesday or some shit like that? And they say
Yeah.
Subriel Matias wanted $4 million for the Devin Haney fight.
Word.
Then 2 days later, these boys say they sent Tank a $20 million offer and he turned it down. Like, all this shit happened within a couple of days. And now
Facts.
Ryan barking up Devin Haney tree all of a sudden. Like, I
Facts.
feel like they had this already in the tuck. They using Tank name for leverage, bro. Like, this shit, it's corny now. It's corny,
Facts.
bro.
Facts. And look, and again, like, don't get me wrong. I think Devin Haney a hell of a fighter, but the thing that I don't like, I feel like motherfuckers like they like, because people like Haney, they don't hold Bill accountable to what he say. Like,
Bro,
because
go ahead.
go ahead.
Do your thing.
No, you good.
Nah, Bill, like, when it comes to Bill talking and shit for him, you got to hold Devin. You got to tie them two together, bro. He's speaking for him. You speaking for him. Ain't no Bill said this, but Dev did this. Nah, y'all all one, bro. They be trying to separate the shit. Like, why y'all trying to split it in the middle? Like, Dev said this, but Bill. That's like Al saying something, or yeah, because he was like the manager for Floyd Mayweather. Al
Yeah.
saying something, then Floyd saying something else, and you like, well, Al said, well, Floyd. Nah, they all as one, bro.
Facts.
They all as one.
Facts.
We holding Devin responsible for everything that come out of Bill Haney's mouth, brother.
We got to.
We
They
got
got
to.
to.
Like they
And
said,
the people don't want to do that though. They try to keep it separate because if you lump them together, then you got to call out the bullshit, right? So they what they trying to do is people trying to allow Dev to keep the clean face and then Bill to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely got to tie both of them guys together, man. You got to
like
tie both. That was weird.
I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday that's a Devin Haney fan.
Yeah,
He was telling me like, "Oh, Shakur ain't had nothing to offer Devin Haney. Like he ain't had no belts. Like what he had to offer." I said, "A big fight, a bigger fight than Regis Prograis." And you know what the Devin Haney fan told me?
I told you.
He said, "How do you know it's a bigger fight?" Because pause. Everything about Shakur is bigger than Regis, bro.
That's a fact.
Like
That's a fact.
followers, viewership. What he was an Olympian. What are we talking about for real?
That's a fact.
He's tied in with Terrence Crawford, #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. What the hell is we talking about? Casuals know Shakur. The kids know Shakur. The kids that's coming up in the boxing world, they know Shakur. They don't know Regis.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Yeah,
We gonna put opponents. Who is more popular, Oscar Valdez or Josh Taylor? Who's more popular?
you already know. Motherfuckers don't know who Josh Taylor is, man. Not over here.
These are the points I be making to Devin Haney fans. They call me, "Oh, y'all just be riding for," bro. If the shit is black and white, it's black and white, bro. Y'all trying to blur the lines, bro. The shit is 1 + 1 = 2. It's simple math.
Every day. But look, cuz we definitely want to switch it up a little bit. I want to talk, like obviously we know with this boxing shit, it takes so long to get these fights made. This weekend we got a crazy ass heavyweight card. Wilder versus Joseph Parker, Otto Wallin versus AJ. If both of them dudes get past, do you still want to see an AJ and AJ and Wilder fight?
Most definitely. That's the fight. Look, that's the biggest heavyweight fight to make. Like what don't let the UK people tell you that Fury and Joshua is the biggest. It's Wilder.
Nah. I know that. But I think for me, again, I want to see the fight, but I think for me that shit lost some steam, man. That I feel like the seeing that fight in 2018, 2019, that was the real time for that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Cuz. But tell me another heavyweight fight bigger than that one.
It's not.
That's why I want to see it, cuz. That's why I still want to see it. They still ain't fight each other.
You know what too? And look, and this I think I do want to see it. So don't get me wrong. That's first and forefront. I do want to see it. But I never seen a fight, cuz, that people want to see so much. But most of the people that want to see the fight, it's already a general consensus of how this fight ends. Like I don't hear people saying like, oh, this is a 50-50 fight. Most of the time when people talk about Wilder and AJ, you hear motherfuckers like, oh yeah, he's tailor-made for Wilder. Yeah, Wilder put him right out. I don't even think I ran across nobody before besides Karma Serene that said that AJ beats Wilder. I never heard nobody say that. I mean, people gonna say it, but I never really heard nobody break down how they see AJ beating Wilder, bro. So sometimes I be wondering, like, why we really want this fight for.
But the thing is, cuz, that the main ingredient of that whole fight is that those are heavyweights.
Word.
Joshua could punch.
Facts.
All the heavyweights cracking for real. Like,
like
most of them is really hurting you. They heavyweights, bro. One punch really, like we say that about boxing, period. One punch could change the whole fight. Like, it's literally in heavyweight, one punch. We could think what we want to think about Wilder. I think Wilder beat him, but we don't know what had happened for real.
Yeah.
I think AJ got more than Wilder. but Wilder do have the equalizer. I think
Right.
Anthony Joshua is more fundamentally sound than Wilder, which can set
Yeah.
up a big shot. We don't know what's gonna happen until it happens, cuz.
Yeah, nah, facts. I think it's gonna be let me see, where's AJ hide? Somebody said where AJ hide in that ring. He ain't gonna hide nowhere. It's gonna be, I think this week gonna be real interesting because like part of me telling me it's gonna be rough for him to get past Otto Wallin, bro. I don't think he goes in there and wipe Wallin down. Now I think Wilder is about to put Joseph Parker on a poster, cuz. I think he really about to posterize, bro. But that Wallin fight is not no gimme. It's not no easy fight. I would have rather them gave Wilder Wallin and then gave Parker to AJ.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I hope everything just go right though, because it could go left.
Yeah,
it could go left, especially dealing with them big boys, man. Like it could go left, man. And we know AJ sometimes he not the strongest when it comes to the mental games. And that shit is like that's his Achilles heel for real.
Did you see the workout today?
Nah, I didn't catch it.
So everybody worked out except for him. He ain't work out. He let like some young kids from that area hit the pads, but even in his like bop, yo, he just looked like he nervous or like he like you know how like you know how when you get a bad report card at school and you on your way home and you know you about to get that ass whooping, you not crying because you outside in front of your friends, but on the inside, you mentally preparing yourself to take that L. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's the look that he got. He looked like he trying to make peace with whatever possibly could happen. He don't look like he ready to go out there and dominate. He looked like, you know what? This is boxing. I've been on this stage before and it didn't go my way. If it don't, I just got to be cool with that. Like, he don't get like a lot of, and that's something different too. Like, and I know I'm kind of getting on a tangent, cuz, but like, I feel like that's the difference with these fighters and the old fighters. The old fighters, them motherfuckers was on Wheaties boxing, cuz like superheroes, right?
Different. Yeah.
We watching motherfuckers cry in the back. We watching motherfuckers have mental breakdowns in the ring. We watching motherfuckers punch on referees because the fight's getting stopped.
You're right.
Like,
you're right.
It's a lot of weak shit going on in the sport, bro. It's a lot of emotional beta shit going on in the sport with some of these guys, bro.
It is.
It's weird. Weird. Like, it's weird.
You got a point when it comes to that. We never seen no weak sides of our favorites. Like, we ain't see like the weakest we seen Floyd was shit when he lost in the Olympics. When he was a youngin and he lost, he felt like he won. You feel what I'm saying? But that's my favorite fighter. That's the only weak shit I seen in him, like really on some. But he was young and he lost a fight that he thought he won, and it was for the gold. You feel what I'm saying? Just like Shakur. But you're right with all the emotion shit and the social media. It is. It's
like it's just like I remember on I think the 24/7 shit when Floyd like was going back and forth with Floyd Senior and shit. Like I think in my mind at that time, I'm like, damn, he is human. Like, damn, he got problems with his pops and shit. Like, damn, Floyd is human.
That's when they start opening the doors up for the fighters so we could see how they really are.
Yeah, but it still wasn't like no beta-ness to that. It's like, well, shit, damn, Floyd go through problems like I go through problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's so like the boxing, the people that's promoting the fights, and I'm gonna give a lean. I'm gonna lean away from PBC because I don't think it's necessarily PBC on this, but I feel like a lot of these promotional companies or people that's running the way they shit promoted, they trying to get you to connect with the person emotions. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna connect with a guy that I think is that can, like, for example, that's why the fans resonate with Tank. He don't talk really outside of when he about to fight, and when he go in there, he look like Superman and he punching holes through shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why the casuals fuck with him. That's really why the casuals fuck with him. He got that macho demeanor about himself when he in the ring.
Yeah, but he don't really give us nothing.
Facts.
It's mystique. It's a lot of mystique surrounding Tank, and that's important though.
Facts.
That's very important. Like Shakur, my dog, to the end, but I just feel like he used his social media platform too much at times. You
Yeah.
feel me? Sometimes, Paul,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta respond to the trolls and all that type of stuff. People is weird nowadays. Everybody with a keyboard got an opinion and is gonna type however they feel. Even if they don't feel that way, they trying to get a response out of you.
That's a fact.
Because a lot of these people don't talk to people in real life. So if a boxer respond back to them on social media, you was the highlight of their life.
It's a fact.
Real
Hey, cause
talk.
look, LeBron ain't responding to that shit, bro.
At
Patrick
all.
Mahomes ain't responding to that shit. Like, you know, Kevin Durant gonna respond.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like, there's only a couple tender guys that's gonna like, you know what I mean? That's in the other big sports. Like, but if you tweet the right shit, Tank gonna retweet that shit. If you say that, Tank gonna look on your page and call your mother ugly. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that shit is weird, man. That shit is weird to me a little bit. But hopefully we could get back into the space where these fighters is being portrayed in a light that paint them as a superhero and not paint them as an emotional guy that get in the ring and fight. You know what I mean?
Like
that shit is weird.
I wanted to ask, I said like we used to see him
Facts.
back in the day, but I wanted to ask you something. Yo, what you feel about David Morrell? What you think should be next for him?
That's crazy because I got that written down. Yo, believe it or not, cuz I'm starting to feel like it's something with that. It's something with him. Because why they moving him like Edgar Berlanga? Like I've been kind of thinking about that. Like he getting guys with like decent resumes, but that's not a real threat to him. Like even the dude that he just fought, like mind you, cuz I'm in the building. The dude, he big, he African, soon Morrell start throwing punch because he look like he ain't want to be in there with him, bro. Like for David Morrell, he need a real step-up fight. And when I say step up, I'm not talking about no Caleb Plant. I'm talking about somebody like Jose Uzcategui, cuz that's an older guy, but he could punch for real. And he durable enough to go a couple rounds. Somebody like Jose Uzcategui, somebody like Vladimir Shishkin. It's a guy that fight. I know he like a Spanish guy. I forgot what he is. Venezuelan. No. Carlos Gongora. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I wouldn't say Pacheco because we're really you do need to be like somebody like Pacheco, but again, we know that's not gonna happen. They both got a lot of money invested into them, and they on the rise. They're young. So, yeah. Well, Pacheco really young, mind you. Morrell and Benavidez is the same age. They both 25, 26, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? But I don't know, cuz like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's smoke and mirrors because I think Morrell probably skillfully he looked like the best motherfucker at 168.
I think he is.
But we gotta see, like now it's time, cuz like it's time for the step up. It's time.
But it's not really that many step up, dude. Like who for real is in that division? Like,
you got Caleb, but I think he not Caleb.
Yeah, that's what I say. I say give him Caleb.
Yeah, but again, cuz you talk about give him a fighter with a bad gas tank.
But who is it besides Benavidez that we gonna really give Morrell his grams for outside of Caleb Plant? Who is it outside of Benavidez? Tell me.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Maybe, but again, like it's a guy we all know, but I think Vladimir Shishkin is a good test for him. I think if we just talking names at one, if we just talking names at 168, I think Christian and Billy, the dude that fight on he fight on this shit called Eye of the Tiger. They be having
he ranked right above Morrell.
Yeah. Like I think Billy.
He from France. He's 25-0 with 21 knockouts.
Yeah. He trained with Mark Ramsey with Better Beef coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Turbiev coach and shit like that. Now those is good fights. Like it's another guy that fight one of the Eastern European guys, Ali Akhmadov. That's another great fight for him. But I want to start seeing him in with guys that's ranked, guys that's in the rankings.
Yeah,
like
me too.
You gotta think about it. Like the dude from Russia, he was ranked, but I never heard of him. Just put him in a coma, cuz.
Yeah.
The dude, Falcoa, not Falcoa, Esquiva, whoever the dude he just knocked out, he was a 160 pounder, and he just moved him up for that. He wasn't a 168er.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. But I want to see him stepped up. I want to see him stepped up. My man Rafe said, I hope Morrell don't end up like Frank Sanchez. I think Frank Sanchez is a product of being and I don't want to say young as in like way younger, but these guys, there's no risk and no reward in fighting Frank Sanchez. The thing that Morrell got on his side is that Morrell, and I think partly this the issue too, cuz Morrell is the WBA regular champion. If them belts was to get vacated or anything was to happen, he elevates and becomes the real champion. You know what I'm saying? So I think
it's like
that's
nobody had to fight him. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for him to fight some ranked guys, cuz like it's crazy. I got the box rankings up right, and it's time for him to like you know who was a good fight for him, cuz a great fight.
Who?
Sergey Deryevchenko, cuz that's a fight for him.
Yeah.
Let him fight Deryevchenko or somebody
I think he gonna smack him though.
But
give
to
it to him. Give it to him. Yeah,
everybody.
He need those on his belt though. He need those type of fights.
He had to.
Like he got to put him up there. You got to put him up there. Everybody else had to do it.
Facts.
Everybody
but nobody never wiped him down. Nobody never wiped Deryevchenko down. So you get in there and stop somebody and stop him. That to me, that's a statement because Munguia couldn't stop him, Charlo couldn't stop him, Adames couldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying?
Munguia had a war.
Yeah, Triple G couldn't stop him.
What was that fight? That was the beginning of this year or last year?
No, that was this year. That
was this year, right?
Yeah, that Munguia fight. Yeah,
they was banging.
Nah, they was banging.
But you know how I feel about Jaime already, so.
That
man got like 50 fights, man.
Yeah, he almost took that was in June 10th.
Yeah,
they gave him a UD, but that shit was close as hell. 113, 140. Yeah, maybe he got dropped in the 12th. That's why that shit was tight.
Yeah,
that shit would have been a draw. That fight if he wouldn't have got dropped in that 12th round, that fight is a draw, cuz. But I think that's the one. Like maybe like a Deryevchenko. I'm looking at the rankings too right now. Let me see. A Deryevchenko. Let me see who else they got up here, man. Back up real quick. Munguia. John Wright. Remember, John Ryder turned the smoke down, but he ended up getting a Canelo fight, so I could respect that. You know what I mean? Actually, John Ryder and Munguia about to fight soon. You know what I mean? Christian and Billy. Caleb Plant. I think he smoked Caleb Plant, and on top of him smoking Caleb Plant, I don't think Caleb Plant will give him that fight because I think Caleb Plant won Charlo. I think Charlo is a bigger money fight for Caleb Plant
for sure
than Dave Morrell. Boo Boo going back to 160. Then you got the dude Shishkin in the box rankings. He ranked right behind Morrell. Morrell number 9, Shishkin number 10. And then you got a whole bunch of other guys, you know, Pacheco, Beck the Bully, Belanga, shit like that. Like once now, this is a fight that I do want to see him have, Jesse Hart. Now, Jesse Hart turned him down earlier this year, but I think that's because Jesse Hart was just getting back in the swing of things, but I think Jesse Hart would take a Morrell fight next year. That's a good fight. That's a good test for him. But I think he smoked Jesse Hart too.
Yeah, I like that Deryevchenko fight. I think that should be the one though, because he don't have nothing like that on his resume.
Yeah,
he need to build that up because like honestly, that's what the young fighters need to do.
If it was me, I would give him one tough fight, and I'll put him in with Benavidez. Like I'll give him a Plant or somebody like I said, you know, Deryevchenko and Munguia about to fight anyway. So that probably ain't shit. That I don't know. Matter of fact, I wonder when they do fight. But is they fighting in January? I don't know. But
where's that dude Christian ranked at?
He ranked high. He ranked high. Well, on BoxRec, I know BoxRec. They got a little algorithm and shit. But on BoxRec, Canelo is the top guy. You got David Benavidez, Jaime Munguia, John Ryder, Christian and Billy, Deryevchenko, Caleb Plant, Boo Boo Andre, Dave Morrell, and then Shishkin. That's the top 10. You know what I'm saying? everybody else is guys you really don't know besides like Pacheco and Belanga. Belanga ain't
Yeah.
fighting nobody. Pacheco, he just got a little step up.
They
He
got
got
John Ryder ranked too, right?
yeah. He at number 4, but he tough though. He tough,
Who's
but
that?
a lot of
Bazinian? Who is
yeah,
that?
Eric. Yeah, Eric. Let me see. Let me pull his joint up. I'm gonna share it on the screen. It might be a little small and shit. Let me see. Share screen. Box right. Boom. So yeah, it might be a little small though for the see, but yeah, you got Canelo number 1, Benavidez number 2, Munguia number 3, Ryder number 4, and Billy. But a lot of these fights can't be made. Like you're not gonna make a Belanga fight. They're not gonna make the Pacheco fight. Rohan Murdoch. I just seen that man. He got somebody. He about to fight somebody.
Berlanga was talking shit to Pacheco, right?
Yeah, but Belanga don't want to fight him. I want to see
don't.
that fight. I want to
You
see
want
that
to see
fight. I think.
Berlanga get stopped?
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. Some motherfuckers I be wanting to see get beat up.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
telling
you want to
right
see
here.
Berlanga get stepped though.
Hell yeah. Word.
Word
I
up.
just want to see him fight. Cause I want to see him have to really like he do a lot of yapping, bro. I want to see it. Give us the step up fight, bro. Give us the step. You still look. The crazy part about it is he's still undefeated.
Yeah,
Belanga's still undefeated.
that's
Let's get
crazy. Yeah,
it. That is crazy. But again, he about
and
to
he
fight
need to fight
somebody that
somebody.
he about to somebody we never heard of. Patrick McCrory. Word. Yeah. Word. He definitely
Somebody
about
we
to fight
never heard of.
somebody
Word.
we never heard of, cuz. Look, yo, Padraig, his name, Padraig Stojakovic. Nah, come on about this joint. He about to fight.
I think you
He's
can
just
hit the
playing
zoom
games.
on your upper tab and zoom in on it,
Let me see.
like at the top of your screen.
Upper tab. Let me see.
You know how you could
Wait,
zoom in? I think it say view up top, and then you could zoom in or some shit like that.
I gotta work that out. I got this MacBook, cuz it should be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You should be it should say zoom, like at the top
let me see.
left. Like where
So,
all the icons at the top of the screen at. I don't know if
yeah.
you could do it while you on
It
StreamYard
don't
though.
though. It's fine. Let me see. Nah, I don't say that shit. But I'm
All
about
right.
to view. Let me see. Always. Okay. Let me see something. You see it a little better?
Yeah. How you do that? Yeah. Keep doing that. Pause.
Word. But it should show a little better now. Let me see.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, Padraig McCrory. I don't know who is this guy.
He undefeated. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah, he from Ireland, bro. This is Belanga next opponent. This guy, man, I'm like Steve Kerr, one of them motherfuckers, man. You see? Yeah, word up. Look, nobody we know.
Nobody.
Nobody, bro. Padraig McCrory, man. 35 years old, 18-9. Crazy, bro. And he just went to turn pro in 2017. He gonna get cooked, man.
And he just turned pro in 17.
2017, he 35, bro. He turned
Damn.
pro. Got 6 years ago. Turned pro. He was 29 years old, bro.
This is golden ticket fight for real.
Word is born. And not really, because I'm not sure how much money come with a Belanga fight.
Yeah.
This might be the biggest payday that he gonna get, but
Yeah.
Belanga. You know what I'm saying? Like on a money tip, Belanga gonna draw the crowd. He not gonna really bring his opponent that much back, but I don't know, man. We definitely gonna see, man. We gonna see. It's some fights. What's some fights that you looking forward to? Matter of fact, let me ask you this. Matter of fact, let me drop this down. Who you think? Who? Give me your top. I don't want to say 5. Give me your top 4 fighters of the year.
Of the year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Hold up. I got Terrence Crawford.
Number 1.
Monster Inoue.
Number 2.
It's not no particular order because
Okay.
I would put David Benavidez. I would put David Benavidez after Terrence Crawford because David Benavidez just beat 2 of them guys. But Monster Inoue did move up and make easy work of Stephen Fulton. And he possibly about to ain't this for Undisputed?
Undisputed on Tuesday.
See, that's why so yeah. But I gotta give it the Bud first because how he beat Spence. You feel what I'm saying? The way he did it. It was the way he dominated that fight. And all the work Spence previously put in that division. He made it seem like they ain't mean nothing. Bud Inoue, no particular order. Bud Inoue, Benavidez. Yo. Bud Benavidez Inoue. You said the top 5 fighters of the year?
Who you got 5? You would say Bud, Benavidez, Inoue.
I don't like this nigga, man, but I gotta say because I don't like I don't like, but I'm not. Devin Haney.
Yeah.
I can't front, bro. I can't
front.
Word,
yeah, you gotta put Haney in there. You gotta put Haney in there.
Who would I put last?
I'm gonna give you a name you might not have been thinking about, cuz.
Who, Bam?
Bam, he beat Sonny. Let me see. How many? I gotta see how many other wins Bam had this year. That's let me see. Let me check real quick. Because remember, Bam had the broken jaw and all of that. But I'm gonna tell you who I'm looking up and I'm gonna tell you who I had. Let me see. So Bam, he beat Sonny and became unified, and he let me see. Yeah, he fought. So he fought the dude Christian Hernandez. Now that's the fight that he broke his jaw in. He won the WBO, the World Flyweight. That's when he won the vacant. That's when he got. But that was a good ass fight, bro. That was a good fight. And he beat Sonny Edwards. But I wouldn't put him in there, cuz I wouldn't put him in there. But you know who I would?
You said you wouldn't.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm putting Tim Tszyu in there, cuz.
Oh yeah,
Tim Tszyu.
Sure.
He beat Tony, even though we know that Tony was cooked, but he beat Tony. He knocked him out. He knocked out Ocampo with 1 round, who only Earl Spence did that too. And he had just came off of a tough 12-round fight with Fundora. He knocked him out. He smoked him in 1 round, and then he dominated Mendoza, who was coming off a Fundora knockout, and he was coming off a Rosario knockout.
I agree with that.
Mendoza was hot coming into that fight. So I think I would say like if I had to go in order, I would say Inoue for going undisputed. Then I would say the Haney and Bud thing. That's but I
gotta give it to Bud, man.
But see, Bud, he only fought once though, cuz.
I feel you. It's the work you talking about. The work they put in multiple times.
Like he only fought once, and then the reason why I put Inoue, for 2, it got to be who I say Inoue number 1, and the reason why I put him over Bud because remember, Bud fought Spence the same week. Remember, Bud fought Inoue fought on Tuesday, and Bud fought Spence on a Saturday that same week, but. Anyway, Fulton and Spence, bro, they got the same resume. Not the same, but they got a comparable resume, bro. Like they last couple, they both was unified champs. Spence, boy, smoked Danny Roman. Then he beat Fig, who was way bigger than him. He beat Figueroa. Then he came back and set the record for most punches thrown in a 122 fight against Angelo Leo before that.
Yeah.
Coming off having COVID. You know what I'm saying? So again, you had Spence that dominated and stopped Ugas. You had Spence that coming off a car accident had dominated Danny Garcia. And then had a fight of the year with Sean Porter.
Yeah. For real.
Like them, I think them last three is comparable. Like they was like kind of the same. And like at no point, like I think I want to say first round, Spence looked it good. Second round, he looked good until he got dropped. But I don't think at no point did Fulton look good in that fight. At no point. No point did he look good.
He didn't even want to punch.
Nah, he didn't, cuz he didn't, and he got smoked.
Smoke in the first big shot in the way landed, ended the fight.
Word. He got smoked. That was crazy. He got smoked.
So what's your 5?
So my 5 is number 1, I got Inoue. Number 2, I got Haney. Number 3, I got Bud. Number 4, I got Tim Tszyu. And then number 5, I'll put Benavidez there.
Okay.
And the only reason why I'm putting Tszyu, because the thing is the Caleb Plant, like, was somebody hold it, because you got to adjust, like, to the holding part. He let the nigga hold him basically the whole second half of the fight. He let him hold him. You got to adjust, take that step back, and work. And then the Andre fight, that's a good scout. Andre was undefeated, but again, Andre wasn't no 68er. Andre really came up to see him. Know what I mean? For the bread, for the money. So
yeah,
that's the only. And again, like Tim Tszyu, he fought Mendoza. Like none of the guys wasn't hot like how Mendoza came in hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know,
he was that guy. People was saying he was him. Yeah. I want to see who. What's his name, man? That fight at 135, Spanish dude.
Isaac Cruz?
Nah, he just had a fight, man. Raymond Moratila.
Yeah.
I want to see who he gonna fight.
Yeah, I definitely want to see who he gonna fight.
I think he a dark horse, bro.
He won. He one of them ones, cuz.
Hey, bro, he's scary, man.
Yes.
For anybody. The things he know how to do in there, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah,
he's
nice.
patient and he know when to go.
Mm-hmm.
He know when to go. His shot selection is beautiful, distance, all of that. Like he has. That's a champion right there.
Word. He like that. He like that.
I want to see what's gonna go on in that 135 division, because it's some good fights to be made.
And we didn't see his chin tested.
Huh?
I said, and we done seen his chin tested.
Yeah, we seen
that.
Dropped
in all that. He got dropped in all of that in the first, second round.
He what he was back, made of.
Word. Yeah. He smacked Nakathila in 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's a champion, bro.
Word.
He got a champion type. He got all the tools to become a world champion, and then make big fights with the other big guys.
So coming up, you know, they moved Keyshawn and Pedraza to that Tio and Jermaine Ortiz undercard.
Yeah,
February 8th. So I think we're gonna find out a couple things about Keyshawn, because he's gonna be in there with a durable guy that ain't been stopped since he fought Tank. No. He went to distance with Loma too. Yeah, I think Tank the only one that stopped him. Yeah. So we gonna find out about Keyshawn. It's some good fights coming up. You know, Ray Ford got the Klomatov fight.
That's for a strap, right?
Yeah, that's for the vacant WBA. You know, I'm rocking with Ray Ford. You know, he from Jersey. I'm rocking with him.
Yeah, and that's what 120
featherweight 126.
Yeah, and that division got some good fights you can make too.
Hell yeah! I fuck with Ray Ford. I got Ray Ford on tomorrow night, bro. Tomorrow afternoon by like 6 p.m. I'm interviewing Ray Ford.
Let me know when you about to do that.
Nah, facts. Hey, my man Joe Santana said he want Morataya to fight Shakur.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's a fight. I think that's a fight we need. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I think that's a fight we need. Cause he going, like, Shakur saying he injured and he finessed De Los Santos. Cool. I think that Morataya is too. I think he better than De Los Santos.
Yeah.
I think that Shakur gonna have to make him, like, you know what I mean? He gonna have to make Morataya bend the knee, cuz. You get what I'm saying?
I think he's better, but I think Edwin was faster.
Yeah, he was fat, but yeah, I would say that.
I
But
think
anyway,
I think
yeah,
Edwin's speed. If you watch that fight, bro, you look at the speed of Edwin. It's crazy the shots that Shakur was able to slip that Edwin was throwing because them shits was so fast, bro. His hand speed is retarded. It's ridiculous, cuz. I
but
think even more Tyler know how to set his punches and have better punch variation than Edwin though.
see, cuz I think the difference in that, and I agree with everything you're saying, but the difference in that is that Shakur didn't have to make Edwin bend the knee, cuz like Edwin should have went out. Like he should have said, well, fuck it. If bro not trying to fight, we about to wild out in here. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think Morataya, he not one of them ones that's gonna leave it in the ring, cuz like he gonna like everything. I mean, everything he gonna leave it in the ring. Like he not gonna leave the fight like, damn, I should have tried this. Like, I think if it start getting nasty, he just gonna go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got like I feel like De Los Santos was happy that Shakur wasn't engaging him like that. Like he was satisfied. Like I think he was satisfied with that.
He was trying to counter Shakur. And that's a bad
Yeah.
if you go in the ring with somebody like Shakur Stevenson and think you're about to set traps for him to just fall in, it's gonna be a bad fight.
It is.
Cause that's what he do. You're
Facts.
not about to outbox one of the most elite boxers, pure boxers in boxing. And that's not what we know Edwin for doing.
Nah, facts.
Look how many punches he was throwing against Adorno.
Yeah, he was throwing them shits.
Why you ain't throw him like that against Shakur?
And he didn't want to engage on the inside either.
He didn't, because I think he was feeling them shots that Shakur was touching him with when he did throw.
Word.
I think Edwin was like, oh, he could crack a little bit. He got something for me.
Nah, facts. But again, I think I would love to see it. I would love to see that Shakur versus Morataya fight because again, I think Morataya is gonna come to fight. So I think if Shakur boxing his boots off the first half of the fight, I think he's gonna change the game plan. And I think Robert Garcia a hell of a coach too. I would love to see that
sure.
that again, and I think sometimes that's something that people don't be like
Garcia versus Moses.
exactly that Wally Moses versus Robert Garcia. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's have the meeting of the minds. I would love to see that. I would love to see what type of game plan Shakur come in there with for a guy like Raymond Morataya.
Yeah,
A rangy guy, like that got a little range and shit. I'm sure he got some reach. You know what I'm saying? So we need to see that, bro. I would love to see that fight.
We gotta get you that Shakur interview too.
Man, word.
I'm gonna put some work in.
I'm already knowing.
Top of the year, you getting that.
I need that, cuz. Word.
I'm gonna hit up his little cousins and stuff from the gym and all that.
Yeah.
Even if I gotta slide a couple sliders through.
Word. Yeah, we need
that. We getting that. We about to get that. Because Shakur don't really fuck with anybody, but he probably don't really know that it's somebody from Nook for real with a boxing platform.
Facts.
Like he rep Nook every single fight. He just don't know that it's somebody from Nook that's doing this. And we really rocking with you, bro.
That's a fact.
Win, lose, draw, look, have decent, but we still Shakur up. You heard?
That's a fact. Niggas know the vibes. Definitely know the vibes. But nah, man, cuz I appreciate you joining me. You tapping in, man. I know you're gonna tap in tomorrow for the Ray Ford interview, man. We've been on this joint like an hour and a half rocking out, cuz I really appreciate it, man.
Anytime, my boy. Keep grinding, you heard? Just hit me, let me know when you about to do that Ford joint, and I'll be in there.
Sure. Facts, for sure, man. I appreciate it.
One.
Hey, man, everybody, that was the time today, man. Again, I said I got Ray Ford tomorrow, so we're doing a Ray Ford interview. You know what I mean? Again, we had a lot of people in this joint. Make sure y'all liking. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you tell Granny to subscribe to the channel. Listen, I want you to go on her purse. Leave the money alone. You feel me? Leave your grandmother's money alone, man. You know what I'm saying? But go in there, make her a YouTube, Granny ham sandwich at YouTube. Make her a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And then subscribe to my channel, bro. No bull. Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Again, we here for it. I'm talking truth over narrative. We bring it ASAP boxing talk. None of the weird shit. None of the half-baked shit. we coming with the real, man. So listen, rock with me. I'll rock with you. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tell a friend, man. It's A-Side Boxing. I will be live with Raymond Ford, with Ray Savage Ford tomorrow night. Future featherweight champion, future WBA heavyweight champion. I'll be live with that boy. Shout out to my boy Cal. My boy Cal just got in the building, man. Cal, we up out of here, bro. We been rocking this joint for an hour and a half, my boy. I gotta have you. Matter of fact, after the interview tomorrow, Cal, I got an interview with Ray Ford tomorrow. I'm gonna open the panel again, Cal. I need you back up here, my boy. You ain't cooked with your boy in a minute, Cal. I need you back up here, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, then. Oh, all right, man. So I've been here. All right, my boy Cal. Appreciate my guy. Hold up, man. Let me see, man. What I got for my boy Cal. I know it's been a minute, man. Let me see what I got for my boy Cal, man. Yeah. My boy said tapping in for sure. All right, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. This A-Side Boxing, Truth Over Narrative, man. We out.